Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Well, it's very cool today. It's 69 degrees, cloudy. We had a lot of rain yesterday when it finally arrived. It was a downpour and it watered my whole garden. So I was very happy that it rained. So today's coffee is coconut rum. It's from Verissimo, from Aldi's. It's okay. It's not my favorite coffee, but I think I would rather buy a different coffee that they have. But it's good. It's just fine. So I will drink it up. I've had very few coffees that I've ever met that I didn't finish up. In fact, I can't think of any. So there'll be no working in the garden today. It's too wet out there. But the next few days, if it doesn't rain all the time, it's going to be cooler, which would be nice for working in the garden. But I'm just so thankful that I got all that moved with my grandsons. They came over and helped me out, and I was just very, very thankful that they did that for me. All three of them were busy working. Now, I also have two granddaughters, but, they're not as strong as the boys, so maybe I'll have them come over and help me clean my house. That would be good. They could have a little job, and I would pay them a little bit of money, and they could hang out together. I think that would be a lot of fun. I'll have to talk to my daughter and my daughter-in-law and see if they're up for doing that. And maybe they'll learn a little something. They'll learn to clean up, and then we'll go for ice cream or something when they're done. I think that's just an awesome idea. So I think kids and grandkids should help the elderly in the family. And even if you pay them a little bit, that's okay. But if you can't afford it, then they should just do it lovingly and help out. That's my thought. I mean, our elders have given us so much, whether that's our parents or our grandparents. And I know there's some that are, not the best parents or grandparents. I'm not talking about those, but I'm talking about the people that love you, that want your best interests at heart, and, Anyway, I was watching a video this morning from Bjorn Andreas Johenson, and it was very interesting. It was about maybe a future upcoming, quote and unquote, health issue. Globally. I have to speak in code here. So go over to his channel. He has a lot of really great content, and he's in, I believe he's in Norway. So I just like listening to him. He's very calming and makes a lot of sense. So cheers. And what he's saying does make perfect sense, since we have another people choosing soon. I hope you guys are getting what I'm talking about. I can't really elaborate on it in the comments either, but you never know what is going to get deleted here on this platform. So, anyway, moving on, I promised my friend, she has to go back to work Monday, so tomorrow, so I promised to give her a haircut, so I have to do that today. And since I won't be working in the garden, maybe I'll go visit my mom and hang out with her for a while. I never know what the day's going to bring. I just kind of go with the flow rather than always having a huge agenda. Even if I have an agenda for the day, I pick something that I'm in the mood to do because I have a lot of different projects. So, might as well pick something that I don't mind doing as much as something else, and eventually I get to all of it. Anyway, that's the way I roll. So the coffee's good with chocolate creamer. And it's going to be actually in the upper 60s one day this week. And then after that, it's going to warm up again the following week. So summer's not over yet, but I'm enjoying the cooler weather. I think it's great. And it is starting to feel kind of fall-like. So, but normally that doesn't happen till mid to end of September. So, but this hasn't been a super hot summer compared to some that we've had. And I've liked it that way. So, okay. I will meet you over there at the budget book. Right, back at the budget book. Yesterday I didn't spend any money. I didn't get that fencing yet because I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to redo the fence. It all needs to be redone. It's kind of just a hodgepodge of temporary fencing. I can't put in a real fence, or I would, but it would be a big hassle. I'd have to get approval. They'd say no. I'm talking about the HOA. And I would just rather deal with it myself, put up the temporary fencing for my dogs, and call it a day. So I have to order some more fencing, I think. But I finally come up with a configuration after much staring at my garden that I think will work. And I've come up with a place to start, because sometimes when you're making adjustments and new plans, it takes a while to come up with a plan. And then the plan doesn't always work, but, at least you have to have a starting place rather than just, hopping right in there and doing it and then having it not right. So that's kind of what I did the last time. And as I've gotten the dogs, well, at first I had an invisible fence, and they had the whole backyard to run around in. But the problem with that was Chloe learned to escape the fence, and then once that happened, it happened 2 or 3 times, and then she couldn't get back in. Another thing was my little Lizzie is a very small dog, and I was kind of worried about other animals coming into the yard, and she couldn't go out, and, she couldn't escape. So I decided to go with temporary fencing, which works much better to keep other critters out and the dogs in. And I wanted an inexpensive, cheap way to do it, and this has been working great for a number of years now. So, when you have animals and stuff and kids, they're constantly evolving and changing, and you kind of have to go with the flow when it comes to trying to keep them safe. So, I think what I'm going to do with my grapes next year is get an arbor and have them growing up the arbor instead of all along the fence in the back, because they're too heavy now and they've been knocking the fence over. So that's one of the main reasons why I have to redo the fence as well. So I'm hoping to get all that, or most of it anyway, accomplished by the end of fall. Not the arbor, I'll do that in the spring, but the fencing I want to get down pat and along with the garden configuration. So anyway, that's the plan, and hopefully it works out that way. And that will require me to spend a little money, but I'm keeping it on the low spend. So all the spending that I'm doing is the absolute least expensive way that I can think of to get what I want. I'm not a high-end shopper. I never have been. I like things to look nice, but, you know, I don't have to pay $200 or $300 for a faucet when I can get something that I like for under $100 or around the $100 mark. And that's just the way I've always shopped. Same way with clothes. If there was a certain look I liked, you know, I tried to find clothes that were similar and, you know, put it together that way. And that's not that hard to do. It does take a little patience because you do have to either wait or you have to shop around a lot, but I've never found it to be a problem. I've always gotten pretty much what I want at the price that I wanted to pay. So, okay, well, I'm going to drink my coffee here and come up with a diagram of how I want to put up the fencing. And then I'll be starting that probably next week so that I can get that done, hopefully before the deck people come. But if not, I'll just keep working on it because I can't take it all down at once and put it back up. I have to work in sections because my dogs still need to go outside several times a day. So I need to keep them safe while I'm working on the fencing. So, okay, well, I'm going to get to it and see what I can come up with as far as a configuration and see what I need in, as far as supplies go and go on from there. Right, this morning's breakfast is a piece of sourdough bread. I have a few slices left of a loaf that I bought probably a couple weeks ago. I keep it in the fridge, so I end up toasting it if it gets dry. So I toasted this, but it's going back in the oven. I have a little bit of this tomato pesto from Aldi's. I really like it. I like to keep a couple jars of those on hand. This one's almost empty. So I put some of that on here, and then this rest of this pizza cheese that I got at Mark's. It was a huge bag, so I'm trying to use that up too. So this is going to go back in the air fryer for a minute or so, and I'm going to have some breakfast pizza. I'm still going to add a little bit of oregano on top of here, just to give it some extra flavor. And that's this morning's breakfast. Some more things I want to use up. I just opened this. It's the non-fat Greek yogurt, vanilla from Aldi's. I really like it. It's very tasty. I have a little tiny bit here of homemade strawberry syrup jam, whatever you want to call it. And here I have grapes I bought. And I take them off the vine and I put them on paper towels, and it helps them last a little bit longer. And I love grapes in my yogurt. So I'm going to have that along with the pizza, and I'll be back in just a minute and show you the complete breakfast. Here's this morning's breakfast: sourdough pizza and vanilla yogurt with strawberries and grapes. And I'll mix that all up together, and it'll be delicious. You can sprinkle some cinnamon on there, whatever you like. So I'm looking forward to eating this. And I've used up a few things. It's raining again. The plants are happy. And I'm happy too. Well, it's already almost dinner time, not quite. And I spent a lot of the day walking around in my garden outside. I didn't really do any garden work. Yesterday was a pretty busy day. So today I'm just kind of taking it easy, but I've got a good idea now of how I'm going to re-fence the yard. So I actually spent quite a bit of money today. I did it the cheapest way possible, but I bought some more fencing and I used the dog pens. So I bought that, and I bought some more posts that you just bang in the ground, and I use a lot of zip ties when I do the fencing. So I spent a couple $100 on new fencing, and of course I'll reuse the old fencing as much as I can. So, but I finally came up with a plan of how I'm going to redo the fence so that it won't be in the way of the workers doing my deck. And not only that, but it'll keep my dogs safe, and it'll give them a little more area to venture into. So I think it'll work out just fine. But I have to do it in sections. I can't do it all at once. And of course I have to wait for everything to be delivered. So with my hooks out there, my shepherd hooks that have all the hanging baskets, I'm not doing those next year. It's too much to maintain. You know, hanging baskets, you can water them twice a day and they still don't look right. It's just too much maintenance that I don't want to deal with. So what I ended up buying, and these are also from Amazon, and there's 6 of them, and they're little, they're small, but they're little solar lanterns, and they just came. I ordered them today and they just came. So they're small, but I'm going to hang one on, because it's a double shepherd hook, and I'm going to hang one on each shepherd hook. So it's got 3 little flame things, and I don't know, let's see, we can turn it on. So that's cute, I think. I'll try it this way. So I think that'll be cute, and it won't be any maintenance because they're solar. So I'm happy with those. They could have been a little bit bigger, but the price was right. I don't remember exactly how much they were. But anyway, I already got those, and then the fencing isn't going to come for a few days. And I had to get the posts at Home Depot. And each post is about $6. But all you do is just bang them in the ground, and then what I do is I zip tie the fencing pieces to the post. But the fencing that I ordered also has posts that connect the fences, and you bang that in too. So I think that'll work out just fine. It's a different kind of fencing than what I have out there now. What I have out there now is just one continuous long piece of fencing that folds up, and these are more in pieces. So that'll work much better for me. And then I'm also going to reuse a lot of the trellises for support, for extra support. And that way I don't have to worry about letting the dogs out. So that was my adventuresome day. My mom called and said, "When are you coming over? I need to go shopping." So I'm going over there tomorrow. I didn't go over today. I just wanted to kind of relax a little bit today and come up with a plan, because until I figure out what I'm doing with something, you know, it can drive you crazy. Can I do this? Can I do that? And it's something that I don't want to have to redo. I want to do it once and be done with it for the next few years. And that's what I'm trying to do inside the house too. I'm trying to set it up so that I don't have to continue to do this over and over and over again. And also that I don't have to continue buying and buying and buying, because I don't want to do that. So that was my day today. I'm having the rest of my leftovers. The zucchini and the tomatoes and the mushrooms and the hearts of palm linguine. I'm going to finish that up so I don't have to cook until tomorrow. And it was just an easy day today. Just planning and not doing. And I like to plan. I think that's fun, making plans. It's more fun than actually doing the plans sometimes. But I try and pace myself so that I'm not totally worn out from when I do things. So it works out okay. So, all right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.